before we get into it, prerequisite for this farm, iron. Have an iron farm, stack up some iron because we need lots of minecarts. Hey, yo, doers, what's up? It's your boy, Jappy here. And look it, we did it, doers, we did it. 100K subscribers. I don't even know how we got here, so I just want to say thank you all so much. And yeah, I love you guys. Now, I'll be retiring, and yeah, see you later. Thank you, bye. I'm absolutely, now on this one, that's right, you read it. You've read the title, you've seen the thumbnail, 100K items for 100K subscribers. Now, these are the items that you're gonna need right here. So for the pusher, for the bottom layer, these are the items right here that you're gonna need in total. I'll make sure I do a total list for everybody too at the end. For the mid section where we collect all of the items, you're going to need this amount of items here, 8 minecarts, and then believe it or not, you're actually gonna need 16 of these minecarts with hoppers, so get your iron farms going. So you need 16 in total, and then all the rails and everything to place them with some glass in order to surround everything. And then for the actual firing system, in order to feed the gold into the piggies, this is what we are going to need right here. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. You're going to need 32 name tags too as well in order to name all of your pigs up there. It seems like they have calmed down a little bit now. I'm going to put some more glass in here in order to stop anything extra from spawning. 38 piglins in order for this 100K drops per hour, doers. I'll maybe show a little time lapse here of the easiest way to probably go about this, okay? Because it's actually not that difficult. It's just very repetitive, so you're gonna need 38 name tags too, and make sure you're wearing your gold so none of these guys are getting mad at you. And set yourself up your item sorter. Now you might need a little bit of a bigger one than this. I'm thinking that this might have been a mistake and I probably should have made it bigger, but that is quite all right. Oh my goodness. Oh no, I should have been ready for this. This is 100,000 items per hour right now that are coming in here. Okay, our first step is to set up the little pusher systems here. So we need to, yeah, set up your item sorters and then run one ice block with your honey blocks off of the end. And then we're gonna go piece of obsidian, ice block, another piece of obsidian. On this side, we're gonna run 2 temporary blocks like so. Sticky piston, slime block. We're gonna do the same thing on this side. 2 temporary blocks, sticky piston, slime block. Now we're gonna take our builder blocks, and from this piston right here, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Turn 1, 2, 3, 4, and then run your row all the way back to that piston there at the start. Now we're just gonna run a row across like this. Take our repeaters, 1 repeater, 2 repeater, 3 repeater, 4, 5, and 6. Now take your redstone dust, connect everything all up here, and then set all your timings to 4, 4, 4, 1, 1, and 1. Remove your temporary blocks from the bottom too, so that way absolutely nothing locks up. You don't want that. And now what we need to do is we just need to encase all of this here in some obsidian, so that way the slime blocks don't stick to it. So that right there is perfect. And now what we're going to do is we're going to come to this back corner right here. We're going to put down a temporary block and then a redstone torch in order to fire this. And as you can see, you get this nice little back and forwards thing. And I mean, if you're pretty good with redstone and you can figure out your own timings for this, this is essentially what you want though. You want 1 to push, pull back, and yeah. Now from this little hole right here in front of the sticky piston, on the item sorter side, you're gonna go up 2 blocks and then out 2 blocks with your temporaries. And we're basically just going to build a 3 high piston tower here. Solid block on the outside, piston, glass, solid block on the outside, piston, and glass. So that is what it should look like. Okay, off of the thing. Now come to this side right here and build your glass up all the way to the top. And what you're going to do is you're going to make it so that it's the same height as this piston right here. And then just encase this entire thing in glass. Okay, just like this. Now, this doesn't have to be out of glass. If you want to do these out of builder blocks, you definitely can do these out of builder blocks. Okay, now what we're going to do is it really doesn't matter which side, but let's choose the honey block side. And we're going to run a row of temporary blocks like this with our 4 sticky pistons on top of them, some glass in front of them. We can remove those ones after. We're going to make this 2 high. Then we're going to run a row of temporary blocks on top of this. And what we need to do is we need to take our droppers and face all of our droppers on those temporary blocks facing down. So So we'll do 4 across. And then do 4 more facing down like so. So that way they all spit right down into this little area here. Now you're going to take your glass and you're going to run it up. And absolutely encase everything here. And just make sure that everything is encased like so. Okay, perfect. Okay, now we need to power all of these pistons. So what we're going to do is from the bottom of this sticky piston right here, this one in the chute, we're going to come out 2 blocks, temporary block, step it up 1. Now from the bottom of that one, we're going to place another one, temporary block, step it up 2. Place a block here beside these pistons, and then run a row of blocks on top of them like so. Now we're going to go repeater, repeater. We're going to take our redstone dust, and we're going to run this up and around. Okay, now before we power all of this stuff, what we're going to do is we're going to set up the collection system. So we're going to run 4 hoppers on each side going into these droppers. And then above these hoppers, we're going to run 4 temporary blocks, and we're going to surround this with glass. We're going to do this for both sides. And then run 4 hoppers going down into the top like so. Now we can remove these temporaries. We're going to put 2 temporary blocks on the end with 2 more pieces of glass. These can be solid blocks. This does not have to be glass. Now we're going to take some temporary blocks and we're going to fill the entire middle here like so. And then we're going to take our trap doors. We're going to run a row on the top. And then here, same thing on the honey block side. We're going to run these and we're going to make sure that they're on the top side like so. And then we're going to face those down. Now we can remove all of these temporary blocks. And we're going to take our powered rails and we're going to run 4 in a row going this way. Jump to the other side. And then we're going to run 4 in a row on the other side. These are going to be temporary. We are going to be pulling these out afterwards. But now what we want to do is we want to get our minecarts with hoppers. And what you're going to do is you're going to run 4 on each side. They should evenly space each other out. And if they don't, you're going to be removing the rails anyways from the bottom. So you're going to want to collect these out from underneath. Now, because you have these trap doors in place, once you remove these rails from underneath, they're not going to spring out. Usually this side right here is the one that springs out because you're doing it after. But because they are there, you are pretty much good to go. So collect your rails now because you're going to need all of them. And what you're going to do is you're going to very carefully... It's a little bit tricky, but you're going to get both of your rails on each side. So you're going to take your 16 rails and you're going to make sure that they're all facing down like this. You can now open or close these. Should be good to go. Now what we're going to do is on the back side of the rails, you're going to place a piece of glass and you're going to run a row all the way across the back like this. Do the same thing on both sides. And now you're going to take 4 minecarts with hoppers and you're going to run them all down and into this little section right here facing down. And now usually, I mean, you don't have to really do this step. They should tuck themselves right down, but if they don't, this is what we bring along these 4 minecarts. So we're going to run our 4 minecarts on the back side here. And you can see that the collision of all of these really pushes these down and in here. And once we put something down into this, you can see that each of them suck really, really fast and all of your items end up down in that dropper or dispenser down there. On the trapdoor side here, what you're going to do is you're going to put all minecarts in place and then you're going to open them and then close them right down. That should allow them to tuck straight down and in, and you pretty much just want everything to look nice and symmetrical like this. So that is what everything should look like right there. The trickiest part is just getting the rails in place, but once everything is sorted out and in place, I mean... Okay, now what we're going to do is on either end of this little 2-wide chamber, what we're going to do is we're going to build it up 2 blocks in total. Do this for both sides, and then we're going to take some stairs and we're going to run our stairs upside down over one side like so. And then opposite of these stairs, what you're going to do is you're going to put down a temporary block. You want to make sure that it's on the left side. Solid block on top, solid block in front, solid block on the back side, and then another solid block on this side right here with one in the corner. Now you're going to go temporary block, solid block on top of it. This is where your lightweight pressure plate is going to go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go temporary block, dropper, 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 dropper. We're going to enclose this on all sides like so that way it doesn't do anything. Okay, and we're actually going to raise these stairs up 1 more. So bring it across like so. So that's 1, 2, 3. with your stairs across. Encase everything so that way nothing can fly out. Okay, now on the back side of wherever that little lightweight pressure plate is, we're gonna go comparator facing outwards. Nope, comparator facing outwards. Repeater, repeater. 2 solid blocks coming off of the end of these repeaters with 2 redstone torches on the back side. Solid block, solid block. Sticky piston. Ow. Sticky piston. Then go temporary, temporary with 2 observers facing inwards. Remove the temporary blocks and place 2 more observers facing into those ones. What that's going to do is that's going to fire all 4 of these at once. But what we're actually going to do is we're actually just going to disconnect those for now. And we'll put those back in afterwards. Because now what we need to do is we need to make a little path over to those guys, get them angry, and then drop them all down into this little section right here, which is going to be a little bit hairy. So I'm going to put some temporary blocks across the front like this. We're going to build our glass up and around. Okay, this is what I've come up with. I'm going to bulletproof it a little bit more. Now we're going to just, drop all of these guys down into here. These trapdoors are temporary. I don't think anybody could escape. We cannot screw this up. We absolutely cannot screw this up. I was about to screw this up. Hang on. Helmet is off. Oh, I forgot about the guys with the arrows. Hang on. Come on. Chase me, boys. I'm here. Chase me, chase me, chase me, chase me, chase me. Don't kill me, though. Don't kill me, though. Don't kill each other either. There's so many of you. Please don't kill each other, whatever you do. Okay, that seems to be half of them so far. My hands are actually like shaking. So, hi, hi, hi. Yeah, come on, don't kill each other, please. Again, everybody just come. Yep, come after me. Ow. No, I need you to fall in the hole. Uh-oh, and I have turned my thing into another spawning platform again. I need to get rid of all of this. Okay, that's gonna do. Everybody else can just die. You hate me. I know. I love you guys, though. So once you have everybody in place, and they're all just kind of spread out and chilling, now what we need to do is we need to actually get some glass pressed down and over top of their heads. So just bring along your 4 pistons, place them all facing downwards, and then use a button to push the glass down and on top of their heads, like so. Pretty straightforward. You can now remove these pistons, and these guys are going to be locked in place there, and any items that they do try to trade are not going to pop up and interfere with our little system right here. So now all we need to do is just make sure that this is about 2 high all around, so that way the gold does not fly out when it does come out. And you're going to want to also enclose all of these little side areas here, so that way their items don't go spitting out and flying out everywhere. You just want everything to land inside those hoppers. Same goes for the front too as well. You're going to want to run a row over top of these plain minecarts here, and just encase everything, so that way, like I said, you do not want anything to fly out. Okay, but once you are all done, this right here is what you should have. You should have a nice little opening for all your gold to just fly out and into. You might want to make this a few blocks extra high. Now we can replace these observers here too as well. The system is going to fire, and it's just going to fire until we basically put some gold into here. So we'll get some gold from the gold farm. That is your system right there. Just a 2 wide tunnel encasing all of your little piglins, and then everything else is just surrounded in glass in order to allow everything to basically drop down and do what it needs to do. Okay, so we'll run some hoppers going into these droppers here. We're going to put a double chest on each side. Okay, and now our final step is just to absolutely power everything. Now the easiest way to do this is, like I said, to get some extra builder blocks or even some scaffolding if you have them. And on each side, we're going to run 2 repeaters going in. And then starting from right here where we left off with our redstone, what we're going to do is we're going to run a row of blocks out and around and in front. We're going to bring them out and around. And we're going to connect it up with these repeaters over here. But what we're actually going to do is we need to kind of stay away from that piston right there. So these ones we're just going to run right there, 1 block up. We'll take our redstone dust. We'll run it all the way down and around back to where we were on this side. And then to connect it up to the pistons over here, what we're going to do is we're going to put 1 repeater, and we're actually going to set this to 3 ticks. Now, anywhere off of the end here, what we're going to do is we're going to build it out, and then up on either side like so. We're going to go redstone torch, redstone torch, redstone torch, redstone torch, another solid block, and then just run redstone dust pretty much absolutely everywhere. And as you can see, the system is already spitting out all of the glass that I lost in there, which is absolutely fantastic. Yep, you can see it turns into a mob trap pretty quickly. Okay, now we're just gonna take some gold and we'll show you how the system works. Oh yeah, and don't forget your one piece of redstone dust right here in order so that these things work in sync together, because that was just spitting out so much gold. Okay, now I haven't even set up the item sorters properly, and look at all this stuff just spitting out. Oh my goodness, I should have been ready for this. This is 100,000 items per hour right now that are coming in here. I should have been ready for this. Okay, and if for some reason the third piston doesn't fire, just drop down one more, run another repeater going into it, and everything should fire all at the same time. You want all three pistons of these pushing at the same time, and you also want to be sure to just encase absolutely everything in glass. You don't want any strays. No strays whatsoever. Okay, I'm gonna have to worry about the stuff that's being lost by the system afterwards, but yeah. As you can see, oh, hang on a second, I'm almost dying from excitement. Now what I'm going to do is, well, because I can't show you in this world, let's jump over into a creative world. Just make sure that you encase absolutely everything in glass. Because like I said, it's insane. It's insane. It's insane, doers. Okay, so here we are in a creative. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to disconnect everything here. So you can see I've cleared the piglins out, and this is pretty much what it should look like. So we have the same main system up here. Everything is firing. Third tick on that one in order for it to, yeah, push and keep everything pushing. Now we're just going to test some rates here. So what I need to do is I need to put 38 piglins in here, okay? That doesn't count. We need full guys. 1, 37, 38. Okay, there's 38 pigs all just chilling. Now what we need to do is press the glass down on top of their head. Okay, so the system is empty. There's absolutely nothing going on here. Hopper counters are turned on. Okay, we're logging the white wool that's underneath here. Now let's activate the system and show you guys a little bit of glory. Okay, so all of the gold gets spit in, and it makes sure that it spits towards the front here of this little 2-wide chamber, which ensures that all of the piglins that are in here are within range in order to pick it up. So you can see all of the 38 of them in there. Absolutely every single one of them is working, and whenever there is no gold, more gold gets automatically spit right out to them. All of their items are being fast collected by these ones right here, which are then getting dispersed down to the hopper below, okay? And as well as these side ones. Now these side ones here, these will start to collect a little bit, especially the ones on the end. The middle ones aren't so bad. You can see it's starting to get rid of the stuff that's in there. But I'm going to show you that it's actually really no issue whatsoever. Okay, counter reset. Let's see what we're doing here. Not bad. 100,000 items per hour, doers. Is anything getting held up? Nothing's getting held up. So as long as you build it correctly, you can see that's a nice clean system right there. Nothing's popping out. We're not losing anything. And we're doing 110, 112, 111. Now let's do, okay, tick warping. We're still doing and maintaining the same numbers and the same rates. And if we look in here, okay, you can see these are starting to fill up, but there is no backlog. So the middle ones have no issues whatsoever. Those ones don't. These ones will eventually start to clear out. But you can see, even with tick warping, these lower ones, so these no issues whatsoever. Middle ones especially, it's usually the end ones, but these are having no problem. No problem keeping up. Okay? No problem. These things are flying through. Okay, the other side doing the same thing. It is bulking up, but again, there is 38 piglins in there. And we're ripping through now 108 items per hour, which is, yeah. So, thank you so much for the 100K. You guys are absolutely amazing. If you guys can build this, yeah, head over to the Discord, send me some pictures of it, and, yeah, enjoy. There it is. 100,000 items per hour, non-stop. And if you're wondering, that's how I test things. version 1, 2, 3, 7. All of these have been changed. And here's like number 30. And it's king. Okay, doers, we're 10 minutes in and we're still maintaining the same rates. And there's still no buildup yet. No buildup of items yet within there. So this is keeping up with 112 items per hour now. Holy, look at that sucker go.